busted obviously an exit in the FA Trophy tonight after a late defeat to Farsley Celtic. What's the mood like in the dressing room after that one?
The mood's really down. It's a competition that we want to do well in. Obviously we made a few changes tonight. We wanted to give a few lads a chance that we felt deserved it, because they've been training well and they've been chomping at the bit to get in. So we changed a few things, but as I say, it's a competition that we really want to do well in. We went 2-1 up, and obviously if you think you're going to go on and win the game, and then to be honest, I think we've beat ourselves a little bit. We've played into their hands in terms of we've reacted to things off the ball, and we've gotten arguments with them and with the ref, and we've probably lost our concentration on what we were trying to do, and we've came away from what we do, which is move the ball well, play through the thirds as quick as we can, high energy. I just felt that we came away from everything what we're good at, and we're played into their hands, to be honest. And in the end, they've got what they wanted. They've got the win. And there's lads in the dressing room disappointed. Mike, myself, Ben, Chris, who were there tonight, we're all disappointed, because as I say, it's a game we really wanted to win, and I said to the boys before the game, I wanted to come back in the changing room with Mike and just be like, well, how do we now pick a team from them 16, 17 lads, because them have performed so well tonight. We've got a real headache. And there was some good performances out there. I thought obviously it was good to get Nelson. He looked sharp when he came on there. We've got high hopes for him. He looked good when he came on there. Gets minutes back in Mike. Forbesy came on, gets minutes back in Forbesy as well. So there's positives in terms of that, but there's obviously it's a cup competition, and in the end you have to win the game.
Like you say, went obviously 2-1 up in the second half when Macaulay Langstaff put the second one in. Do you feel like it's a case, like you say, of just not maybe managing the game as well as you could have done to stay ahead towards the end?
Yeah, definitely. It's happened a few times now. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that. But we've got a lot of young players in there. But it's not an excuse. We have to learn quick. To manage games, to see games out, to know when to slow the game down, and just have a good understanding of the game and good game management. And as I said, we have got a lot of young players in there, but they have to learn quickly, and they have to learn quickly in order for us to improve. And to be honest, that's why some of the lads are here on loan, because to learn these lessons, and that'll help them in their career. But for us as a club, we have to come together. We have to watch it back, look at what we did once we went 2-1 up and why we've conceded them goals. As I say, I do just feel that we really lost concentration on what we were trying to do. We stopped moving the ball, we stopped our patterns, and then again we've lost to a late goal, which is obviously not the first time, but we'll get it right. I can assure you that.
You obviously touched on it a little bit before. A few lads back in the side who either haven't really played much at all this season, whether through injury or just not quite getting in the squad. But is it the main positive from tonight for you that, like you say, Mike obviously played a good chunk tonight, Forbesy came off the bench as well, and you had people like Dan Ward and Nicky Devidics who've got some minutes after not being in the squad recently?
Yeah, as I say, if you're looking at that side of things, then them are the positives, that you've managed to get minutes in lads who needed them. We've got a busy schedule coming up over Christmas, and we're going to need our full squad, so it was important that we went into that period with lads having minutes behind them. So we've got that tonight, but as I say, I'm just a bit disappointed, because I would really have loved to come back in the office now and had a real headache for team selection, and obviously hoping that lads would have done so well that you can't take the jersey off them and you can't leave them out, because at the end of the day, players have to take responsibility themselves to kind of say, you can't leave me out. I'm playing that well, you have to play me. And I'm not sure if certain players kind of, I don't like saying that. I think they'll probably be disappointed with themselves tonight. I think certain players could have done a little bit more, and they'll probably be a bit disappointed with themselves. But the great lads, you know what I mean? We've got an unbelievable group there, and it won't have been the want of try, and just certain things didn't come off for players. And then I think sometimes you end up trying too hard. But listen, it's how they react. Everyone's had off days and stuff, so it's how we react from this, and we'll look to get it right, and we'll work with the players, and we'll help them, and we'll improve as individuals, as a group, and as a club.
you had a few of the academy lads on the bench as well. Obviously, Nelson came on in the second half late on to make his sort of senior debut. You had Ryan Bolton and Adam Cameron on the bench as well. How good is it to just have the players, sort of just over the road at the college that you can have a look at and pick for games like this if you need them?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Ben and Patter and Mark are doing an unbelievable job with the younger lads. It's really thriving at the minute. We had a bit of a selection to go from tonight, and we felt that Bolts he's done enough to get named in the squad. He's been training with us quite a bit. He's really hungry. He wants to do well. And then you've got Nels, who's came in and he's made a bit of a name for himself in the Youth Cup. He scored goals. He's quick. He's strong. He runs in behind. And as I said, he's got goals. So we felt that them two deserved it. And there was other young lads who probably had the hat in with a shout as well. I think they deserved it as well. But yeah, the work that Ben and Patter and Mark are doing is unbelievable, and it's only going to help the club improve. The more young players that we can get through is just going to be massive for Gateshead as a whole, really.
And of course now your full attention, I suppose, turns back to the league, not in action in that until Boxing Day. Of course, you've got Blythe away on Boxing Day, then Spennymoor at home on the 28th, and then Blythe at home again on the 2nd. So I suppose there's not many bigger games in terms of the sort of the stature of them that could come over this period, is there?
Nah, you're right. Our attention just turns to training, to be honest with you, Jack. It turns to training on Thursday and putting the work in straight away. We've got a big sort of gap now. We've got 10 days or something like that maybe, until we play Blythe, which is a local derby, and it's a must win for the club because it's a local derby and we have to win it, especially with how it went last year. But our attention just has to turn to Thursday, and that has to be the focus now, on making sure that we have a really good session Thursday. We learn from tonight, and we just take it session, and then when we come to Blythe, we're fully prepped, we're ready, and then we make sure that we've learned from our mistakes, and that we get a result against Blythe.